a multi-car crash. Rice is likely to be able to play the first 4 weeks of the season before any potential discipline is imposed. Through 3 weeks last season, Rashee Rice was leading the NFL in catches and ranked second in receiving yards. Then an injury to his right knee in week 4 ended his season. Patrick Mahomes was at his best in 2024 when he targeted Rice, completing 75% of those passes and is averaging 9 yards per target.
And, I think folks remember them from the Super Bowl, the offensive line getting destroyed by the Eagles. But the reality was, while the Chiefs' offense wasn't explosive for most of last season, all of last season, they were one of the most efficient offenses in the league, finishing top 10 in success rate, DVOA. They had the highest time of possession per drive of any team in the NFL, second highest third down conversion rate. And now you reintroduce Rashee Rice back into the mix. He's going to be suspended at some point. He's going to miss a few games. But having him for much of the season and certainly at the end in the playoffs is so massive. I feel like it's being slept on a bit. You highlighted it there with those stats. Before he got hurt and in the second half of his rookie season, he was one of the most productive receivers in football. I think he was exactly what this Chiefs offense was missing last year. So to get him back, coupled with hopefully some improvements on the offensive line over the course of the year, and by the way, Patrick Mahomes, still the best quarterback on earth. I just think this Chiefs offense, to me, is going to be better than last year. And last year, they were still pretty damn good.
Kansas City Chiefs had the worst offensive personnel last year in the Patrick Mahomes era. Like there's nowhere for them to go but up this year. And think about this. Last year, they had a guard playing tackle. Guard playing tackle. Their top wide receiver was injured most of the year. Hollywood Brown was injured a good chunk of the season. Okay, a diminished Travis Kelce. Isaiah Pacheco's hurt, and all they did was go 15-2. Think about that. All they did was go 15-2. And so now when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, they've made improvements on the offensive line, particularly at left tackle. Okay, all the guys that I just mentioned as far as being injured, those guys are getting back.
Yeah.
Their guys are coming back healthy. Isaiah Pacheco is going to be back at the running back position. And so you would think now that not only are they going to be in a more efficient offense, but they're going to be in a more explosive offense because all the memories. See, I think here's the thing with the Kansas City Chiefs. We have so many memories of the Kansas City Chiefs with Tyreek Hill, those explosive plays. Mm-hmm. But I think what you look at is they evolve. They have evolved as an offense, but I think they will be much more explosive this year.
To all of your point, Patrick Mahomes had a career worst 36 sacks last year. Obviously, Travis Kelce put up career low numbers in terms of his receiving yards, and it was not that.
That was an ass kicking.
But I think, Stephen A., you just brilliantly laid out why the Chiefs offense is underrated, because we as football fans have the memories of ants and only remember the last time we saw them. And yes, the last time we saw them, they were getting beat down by the Eagles because of their offensive line. But you have to take a bigger picture view. The fact that they got to the Super Bowl with, as Damian correctly said, the worst offensive skill players of Patrick Mahomes' career, doesn't that make you think, gosh, they got there last year with those players and those issues. Why shouldn't they be better this season with Rashee Rice returning with the investments that they've made in the offense?
The Kansas City Chiefs, the NFL's golden dynasty, were humiliated in Super Bowl 59. The Philadelphia Eagles didn't just beat them, they crushed them, exposing every crack in the Chiefs' armor. Patrick Mahomes, sacked a career-high 36 times last season, was running for his life. Travis Kelce, a shadow of his former self, posted career-low receiving yards, and Rashee Rice, sidelined after just 4 games with a devastating knee injury. The Chiefs' offense, once a terrifying juggernaut, looked mortal, dare we say, broken. But hold on, Chiefs Kingdom, because the storm is clearing, and a monster is awakening. But from the ashes of defeat, a spark ignites. Can the Chiefs rebuild their empire and unleash an offense that will terrify the NFL? Let's dive into the return that's shaking the league. Rashee Rice isn't just back, he's ready to dominate. Before his season-ending injury in Week 4 of 2024, Rice was a beast, leading the NFL with 24 catches and ranking second with 288 receiving yards in just 3 games. That's right, second in the entire league. Patrick Mahomes trusted him, completing a jaw-dropping 75% of his passes to Rice, averaging 9 yards per target. This wasn't just a wide receiver, this was Mahomes' weapon. Then, tragedy struck. A freak collision with Mahomes himself in Week 4 tore Rice's LCL and sidelined him for the season. The Chiefs' offense, it survived, but it wasn't the same. Now, Rice is storming back. Patrick Mahomes himself said on the 23rd of April, 2025, "He looks like Rashee. There's no limitations. He's out there playing." But here's the drama. A looming NFL suspension from a 2024 multi-car crash could bench him after Week 4. Will Rice's redemption be cut short, or will he explode in the games he gets? Chiefs Kingdom. This is the comeback story you can't ignore. Rice is back, but he's not alone. With a healthier roster and a revamped offensive line, is this the year the Chiefs reclaim their explosive legacy? Let's talk about the squad that's got the NFL trembling. Let's talk numbers, Chiefs Kingdom. Last season, the Chiefs went 15-2 despite having the worst offensive personnel of the Mahomes era. Think about that. A guard playing tackle, Hollywood Brown sidelined, Isaiah Pacheco banged up, and Travis Kelce posting a career-low 605 receiving yards. Yet, they were top 10-inch offensive success rate and DVOA, with the highest time of possession per drive and the second highest third down conversion rate in the NFL. That's efficiency under pressure. Now, fast forward to 2025, Rashee Rice is back, Hollywood Brown is healthy, Xavier Worthy is ready to explode in his second year, and Isaiah Pacheco, he's pounding the rock like never before. Oh, and don't forget the offensive line upgrades. Skyy Moore, a former 49ers tackle, is bolstering the left side, protecting Mahomes like never before. Last year, Mahomes was sacked 36 times. This year, that number's dropping, and the Chiefs are ready to go from efficient to explosive. This isn't just a team, it's a weapon of mass destruction. But can this reloaded offense bring back the Chiefs' long-lost explosiveness? One name keeps haunting Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. Could a shocking reunion change everything? Tyreek Hill. The name alone sends chills down the spine of Chiefs Kingdom. In 2022, the NFL salary cap forced the Chiefs to trade their speed demon to Miami for 5 draft picks, including a first-rounder. Hill's explosive plays, those 70-yard bombs, those jaw-dropping runs became a distant memory, but whispers are growing loud. Posts on X are buzzing with speculation. Could the Chiefs trade for Tyreek Hill before the 2025 NFL trade deadline? The Chiefs' offense, already stacked with Rice, Brown, Worthy, and Kelce, could become unstoppable with Hill's return. Imagine it. Mahomes to Hill, Rice, or Kelce on any given play. Defenses would crumble. Hill's 2024 stats with Miami: 1,215 yards and 8 touchdowns. Even with an undisclosed injury, the Chiefs have the cap space to make a splash. And Mahomes is still the best QB on the planet. But here's the controversy. Some say Hill's return would disrupt the locker room. Others argue it's the final piece to destroy the Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch. What do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Is Hill the key to a dynasty reborn, or a risky gamble? Hill or no Hill? The Chiefs are already a Super Bowl favorite, but one player's dazzling play in the preseason is turning heads and could be the X factor. Let's talk about Skyy Moore's moment of truth. Skyy Moore, a name that's been quiet for too long in Kansas City, but on the 7th of August, 2025, in a preseason clash against the Seahawks, Moore exploded onto the scene with an 88-yard punt return touchdown that left jaws on the floor. "It felt great," Moore said, showing that sense of resiliency. This wasn't just a play, it was a statement. Moore's fighting for a roster spot, and with 494 career receiving yards and just 1 touchdown, he's got something to prove. But that 88-yard scamper, it's a glimpse of what he could bring to this loaded Chiefs offense. Imagine Moore as the spark plug, returning punts, stretching the field, and giving Mahomes another weapon. The Chiefs lost 33-16 to Seattle, but Moore's play was a beacon of hope in a dark night. Could this third-year wideout be the unsung hero that pushes the Chiefs over the edge in 2025? Moore's breakout is just the beginning. With a stacked roster and a burning desire for revenge, are the Chiefs destined to reclaim the Super Bowl? Let's break down their path to glory. Super Bowl 60 is looming, and the Chiefs are hungry. ESPN's NFL Football Power Index gives them an 11% chance to win it all, just behind the Eagles at 12%. FanDuel has the Eagles and Chiefs at plus 2,400 to meet again, in a Super Bowl rematch, the second highest odds of any matchup. The Eagles dominated Super Bowl 59, but the Chiefs are no longer the broken team they were. With Rashee Rice back, a healthier roster, and upgrades like Skyy Moore protecting Mahomes, Kansas City is poised to be more explosive than ever. They went 15-2 last year with a battered lineup. Now, with Mahomes still the best QB in the game, Rice ready to dominate, and whispers of a Tyreek Hill reunion, the Chiefs are a ticking time bomb. Will they get their revenge against the Eagles, or will Philly's juggernaut crush them again? Chiefs Kingdom. The stage is set for a dynasty to rise or fall. The Chiefs are ready to explode. But what do you think? Can they reclaim the throne? Or will the Eagles reign supreme? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this fire burning. Chiefs Kingdom. The 2025 season is shaping up to be a wild ride. Rashee Rice is back to dominate. Patrick Mahomes is ready to reclaim his crown. Skyy Moore is emerging. And the Tyreek Hill rumors are heating up. This Chiefs offense could be the most terrifying in NFL history. But the road to Super Bowl 60 is paved with danger, and the Eagles are lurking. Will Kansas City rise from the ashes and get their revenge? Or will they crumble under the pressure? Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update from the Chiefs' quest for glory. Chiefs Kingdom. Let's roll.